Okay, so this one na lang. So gateway, virtualization gateway. Okay, alright. Then we're going to install the rules and its features in the Windows Server 2012 R2, or to install the following rules, rule services features on a selected server. You're going to click this one to restart automatically if required. So we're going to tap this one, yes, then you're going to install. Right, so view installation progress. Pagkatapos po guys ng installation, we are done with our Windows Server 2012 R2 rules and features installation. Alright, so now we are done already with the feature installation of our rules in the Windows Server. So this time we're going to promote the server to a domain controller. We have here the deployment of operation. So we have here the domain controller to an existing domain to an existing forest, then a new forest. So of course we're going to create a new forest, which is the css.com, so that if we're going to add the users in our server, we can go to the properties of our computer or laptops, then we're going to access the domain, then we're going to type this one, css.com, so that the user will be included in the domain. Okay, so deployment configuration, domain controller option. We have here the Windows Server 2012 R2 to then we have here the additional option, the paths, the review option, the check, installation, and of course the result of these domain controller options. Alright, so ito guys yung full installation ng Windows Server 2012 R2, no? So pagkatapos ito guys, we're going to set up the users and its features. Alright, so make sure po guys na before tayo mag-add ng rules, make sure po na nakaset up tayo ng IP address. So kanina po yung ginamit natin na IP address is class C 192.168.0.100. Alright, so while waiting sa deployment of configuration, promote the server to a domain controller, we're going to complete the dynamic host configuration protocol configuration. Okay, by the way guys, what is configuration? So pag sinabi natin configuration, it is something you're going to prepare before your task. That is configuration. Okay, so we have here the following steps will be performed to complete the configuration of dynamic host configuration protocol in the server to on the target computers. We have here the dynamic host configuration protocols, administrators, and users. Okay, we're going to commit this one. Okay, then we're going to creating security groups, done. Then we're going to restart the DHCP server on the target computer for the security groups to be effective. Okay, we're going to close this one. Alright, so while post deployment configuration is not yet done, we're going to access the tools. So here in the tools we can find the Active Directory, Domain Service Administrative Center, Active Directory Domains and Trust. Then dito tayo guys sa Active Directory users and computers. To manage the computer, this computer use local users and groups. To manage users, groups, and computers in the domain, log on as a user with the domain administrator rights. Okay, we're going to okay this one. Okay, so as you can see guys, you can find here the Active Directory. Okay, so hindi pa po tapos yung configuration sa domain controller. So mamaya po guys, try natin mag-configure pagkatapos ng post deployment configuration. Alright, so we are done already configuring the rules and features of Windows Server 2008 R2. So this time we're going to access the tools, then Active Directory users and computers. Then we're going to find the domain of the server. We have here the css.com. This is our domain. So under css.com, we're going to create an OU. So the OU is organizational unit, which is we have we're going to have CSS. Here is our OU. Then under CSS, we can have another users. So we're going to have John as our users, default login John. Next, so in this password, we have here the first one is user must change the password at the next login. So if you're going to check this one, once you log in with your users, the system automatically asks another password to log in. Then if you check this one, user cannot change the password, so the user cannot change the default password. Then if you're going to check this one, the password never expires. Then if you're going to check this one, the account is disabled. Okay, so we're going to have our default password, the admin 1234, admin 1234. Next, finish. Okay, so here is our users. We have here Jan. Then we're going to access the properties of the user. Then we have here the security, this one, okay, so general, we have here the Jan, remote desktop server profile, general, environment. So Jan is a member of, we're going to domain users. We can add Jan as our domain. We're going to add Jan in a domain, so we're going to check the names. So we have here Active Directory domain, users, and computers. Okay, so that is only a sample. Then we have here also the organization, the job title, the department, the company, the manager, the name of the manager, the session. So end of this disconnection session, never. So disconnection from session, we're going to end the session. Okay, if you want okay. Alright, so back again, we're going to access the properties. So we have here the security. If you have to full control, permission to everyone, full control, read and write, reversal the environment, the session, remote control, the address, the PO box, city, province, zip code, country, account type. We have here the account type. So users. So kanina guys, yung box na nilagyan natin ng check is this one. User cannot change the password. password never expires. So we have the sessions, the remote control, enable remote control, session, security. Okay, alright. Okay, check natin dito sa sessions. Okay, so we have here the active session limit. So if you want to have 1 hour, so pag hindi na po gumagamit yung user, like for example, hindi na siya gumagamit within 1 hour, automatic po siya ma-disconnect. Okay, so active. So lagyan lang natin guys ng 2 days. So, this disconnection from the session. So never, lagyan natin na never. So that is only a sample. Lagyan natin never, then ito po never. Okay, apply. Okay, then we're going to create a new shared folder. So this time we're going to create a folder in our local disk, no? So like for this one, we're going to create a folder. Then sample we have here, we're going to create a folder in the data A. We're going to create a folder, new folder. So we're going to name it CSS. We're going to do properties. Okay, then properties, sharing, share this folder. We have everyone, add, read and write, share this folder. Yes, done. Then advanced sharing, we're going to add this folder, permission, read and write, full control, everyone, read and write. Okay, then we're going to copy the path for our folder, then back to our Windows Server 2008 R2. So we have here the test folder, so that we can access that folder. Then the path of the folder na kinapin natin kanina. So we have here, try natin gumawa ng folder guys. We have here the CSS folder. Then we're going to properties, sharing, share this folder. We're going to everyone, then add. We're going to read and write this one, share. Okay, then advanced sharing, we're going to add this one. So permission. Okay, so must have full control, allow. Okay, then we're going to copy this one as your root path. Then we're going to we're going to paste the path. Alright, so we have here the folder. Okay, asa na yun? Okay, wala lumabas. New, try natin ulit guys, try natin. Test CSS. Then we're going to copy this one, copy, Ctrl C, copy, then paste natin. Okay, because that name was already used. Okay, so nandito na pala guys yung CSS 12. Okay, then kung gagawa tayo ng, we're going to view. So we have here the test folder. Check natin. So the keywords. So ito guys, yung ginawa nating test folder dito, CSS.12, dito rin. Okay, so we're going to drag this one, or pwede natin guys i-drag ganito. Okay, try natin. CSS.12, i-drag natin sa CSS dito sa folder. So yung test folder, pwede natin i-drag dito sa CSS na folder. Pero guys, mas safe na if we're going to move that, we're going to double click this one or right click, then move to CSS that folder para po safe yung pag send ng files. Okay, so we're going to advanced features, then we're going to add a printer. So example guys, you have already your printer. So sample, we have here okay, so we have here the control panel. We're going to check the devices and printers. So guys, so this is only a sample. We're going to use this one as we're going to set this printer as our default printer. So pag hindi pa kayo maka-install ng printer, you need to install your default printer. So this time, wala pa tayong printer, we're going to use this one as our default printer. So we have here the Microsoft XPS document writer, printer properties. We're going to share this one, share this one. Okay, so we have here the ports, colors management, security. Then we're going to add this one, we're going to domain, we're going to check the names. Okay, alright, apply, then okay. We're going to printer properties. We're going to copy this one, then back to our path. Okay, so we're going to copy the name of the server. We can add 2 slash here, slash. Then we're going to copy the name of our computer. So para po malaman yung name ng computer, hanapin natin ang this PC, then properties. Then we're going to copy this one. So change settings, we're going to change the settings. Okay, then we're going to copy this one, computer name. Balik lang tayo guys dito, then the name of the isang slash para dito sa sample guys. Then we're going to copy the name of the printer. Okay, alright, we're going to available simply cannot be created because the parameter is incorrect. So sample guys, we're going to add a printer. So this is just a sample printer. You can install your own printer. So since we don't have the driver, we're going to add a virtual printer or a sample printer only. The printer was listed, so try natin gumawa ng printer, add a device. Okay, so ayaw gumana, so we're going to add a printer. Okay guys, basta guys, once mag-install na kayo, you're going to follow this one. So pag gagawa kayo ng printer, you're going to new shared printer. You're going to copy the name of your computer, this PC, dalawang slash, this PC, server, the name of your server. Sample ito yung name ng server. Lagyan natin dito desktop TVL. So that is the name of your PC. Then you're going to slash again, then you're going to copy the name of your printer or L3110 share, ganyan po. Then you're going to okay. That is only a sample. Okay, close the program. Alright. So we are done already with our domain. So we have here our domain. Then under our domain we have here our OU, the organizational unit. Then our users, we have here the Jan. Then we have here our test folder, CSS12, then test folder. Okay guys, with our Windows Server 2012 R2, we have already configured the local server. So this time we're going to check the connectivity of our server to our client. So we're going to check our IP address in the server. So the Ethernet, we have here the properties, IPv4. Okay, so in this Windows 10 or our client, we can check our IP address. So we are using the class C IP address, which is the 192.168.0.100. Then in our client, we have here the 192.168.0.120. Okay, so we're going to check the connectivity of this server and client using the CMD command. So we're going to search the CMD. Okay, CMD. We're going to check the connectivity, CMD. We're going to check this one. So ipconfig, we're going to ipconfig this one. So we can find here if our IP address is not correct. So we have here the 192.168.0.100, then 192.168.0.100. So as you can see guys, sakto po yung IP address na binigay ni CMD. Okay, so in this client, we're going to check the IP address kung sakto ba yung IP address na ibibigay ni CMD. Alright. Okay, so ipconfig. So 192.168.0.100. So check po natin guys kung sakto yung IP address. We have here the command. Sige, ulitin natin. Nagka-error yung CMD natin. CMD. We have here the ipconfig. Okay, so we have here the 192.168.0.120. So this time we're going to check the connectivity of server to client and client to server by using the command ping 192.168.0.120. Alright, so there is a reply from 192.168.0.100. So this time we're going to check the connectivity of our server to client 192.168.0.120. Alright, so nagping po guys, there is a reply or ping in our server to client and client to server. Bakit ba guys mahalaga ang ganito? Para po mas mabilis tayo maka-obtain sa atin domain pag okay po yung IP address na ginagamit natin. So this time we are going to use the class C IP address. So aside from class C, dapat po guys marunong din kayo ng class A, class B, and class C IP address configuration para po during the assessment ready na po kayo for national certification.